EA Sports. It's in the game.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. The opening tip won by the Celtics, and we're underway in the Garden. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Into the front court comes Smith. Down just a couple. Runner's good there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Celtics have it. Walker. To Hayward. Add 2 points to the board.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Smith with the basketball. Down 2. Kevin Knox to Dennis Smith Jr. Jason Tatum with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Dennis Smith Jr. Smith Jr. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Count the basket at the rim.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the competitor. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Julius Randle, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Boston Celtics, number 11, Enes Kanter.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Jay, for one, Schrader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Smith with it up top. They trail by 2. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. 4-3. Not going down here. To Hayward. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Surveys the floor. Dennis Smith Jr. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Smith on the drive, but a shot won't fall. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. Misses the first. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Boston with the basketball. To Hayward. Probing the defense. Court Hayward, that's how it's done. 2 for 2, that's what you want.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Smith now into the front court. 5-point game. To Marcus Morris. It goes down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. The shot, almost. The possession lies with New York. Enes Kanter with the block. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Hayden. Has a look. The shot missed by Smith. And a nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Hayden with the basketball. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Cashes in for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. And count the basket.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Smith into the front court. Down 5. To Payton. Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Hayward to Kanter. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, no good. He throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We played one here at TD Garden with the Celtics on top. Jay and I back to Boston. After this, you're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Jay, last few drafts, the Knicks have gone younger. What do you like about Kevin Knox and his raw potential?
His upside. He just turned 19 on August 11th of this past summer, and what he did in Summer League blew my mind. Was first-team All-NBA Summer League, averaged 24 points, shooting 47% from the field. This kid has every chance to be a star.
Dennis Smith Jr., 4 out of 10.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Easy path to the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Into the front court comes Smith. Right now, down 7. To Payton. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
To Cantor. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
New York Knicks basketball. Smith to Payton. To Dennis Smith Jr. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Nice pass to set things up. Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as he'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
For New York, number 2, Wayne Ellington.
He gets it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 3 for 3 in this first half.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Possession lies with New York. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a 2-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat, and I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something, get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kevin Knox powers it through.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
To Hayward. Walker. To Marcus Smart. Hayward. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Kemba Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. To Walker. Fires the three. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. New York in control of the basketball. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's now 4 for 6. Long heave from 3/4 court. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The Celtics have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Knicks are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
His guys down 3. Whistle blows. Oh, his back was to the basket. 5-second count. It's going the other way.
I got him. Here we go.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Smith with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Knox to Dennis Smith Jr. Wide open look, won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Hayward. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Smith now into the front court. Down 3. Smith to the basket, but it stays out. The follow won't go either. To Marcus Smart. Hayward. No good. That's great defense.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Smith into the front court. 5-point game. Randall to Gibson. Has a chance. Taj Gibson. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Old school equals high percentage.
D up, baby. Get down, get down, get down. Half court. Here come, here come.
Walker. That's good D. Shot no good.
Come on, left.
Navigating through traffic. He was hacked. They let it go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Into the front court comes Smith. The deficit is 6. Count it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Walker to Marcus Smart. Deep right corner. Goes to the left side. To Kemba Walker. Tatum. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Smith with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. To Julius Randle. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Knicks with the basketball. Hayden to Taj Gibson. Defense making the ball handler.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from long range. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Hayden with the basketball. They're down 3. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. And he finishes at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Hayden into the front court. Final minute to play in this 3rd quarter. Walker. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a 3-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Gibson. Runner here won't go down. Tatum. buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Walker. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That misses with 3 seconds left. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll try to hammer out a play to wrap up the... Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Curling inside. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jaylen Brown at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. And he misses that one free throw. Smith with it up top. Trailing by 15. Kevin Knox. They go down low to Randall. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
The possession lies with New York. Knocks it down from mid-range.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Over to the right side. Beyond the arc for three. That's rebounded by the Knicks. Smith now into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Knocked loose. Oh, he had him there for a second. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Taj Gibson. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
To Marcus Smart. Has a look. Hayward unable to connect. New York Knicks basketball. Here's a chance from long range, and he knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Walker. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Jason Tatum trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a three-point play as Boston adds to the lead. Possession lies with New York. Smith to Julius Randle. The pass set it all up.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
And counted at the rim.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Smith into the front court. His guy's down 11. Good. Off a spin.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Hayward. And the rebound taken in by Smith. Into the front court comes Smith. His guy's down by 9. Taj Gibson. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Taj Gibson rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
New York in control of the basketball. To Marcus Smart. And the rebound comes down to Smith. Smith with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. And look out.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Jaylen Brown. Able to convert inside.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Smith with it up top. Right now, down 7. Spinning shot. Won't fall. And the basket good at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Knicks with the basketball. Smith to the basket, but it stays out.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Referees called it. That was intentional.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And gets both to drop at the line. Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Smith to Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. Smith now into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. And the finish at the rim. That misses with 2 seconds to go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics got the win in a nail-biter. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Knicks must be devastated after such a close loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the New York Knicks.
Game track, field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Kemba Walker put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
EA Sports. It's in the game.